to another episode of podcast at Voiceout Cakapje. Today we are at a very special place, but before that, of course, I am Zarina Zaharuddin, and with me,
Panji Syafi, ya.
Okay, so Panji, where we are today?
I don't know kat mana okay, we are in a special place, Maya Gallery. You pernah dengar tak?
Yes,
Maya Gallery. Located at what's the address?
57 Genting Lane. Yeah, Genting Lane. So Maya Gallery has been around for 10 years. This year will be the 11th year. Yeah, and okay, with us.
Sorry. 11 years already.
Yeah, sorry.
Jangan pandai-pandai discount.
Maaf. Okay, boleh just ni
Tak apalah, it's okay. Macam gini kan dia okay apa? Potong-potong.
Okay. Maya Gallery has been around for 11 years, and they have just celebrated their 10th year anniversary last year. And of course, today with us at Voiceout Cakapje,
the boss,
yes, the lady boss of Maya Gallery, Masturah Sha'ari. How are you, Masturah? Apa khabar?
Alhamdulillah. Thank you for having me.
Yes. Welcome. Thank you for letting us interview you and showing us your nice place, which is full of portraits, guys. You should come here and see all the local portraits, all the local arts, you know. Yeah.
By local.
Yes, by local
the artists. Yeah. And by the way, guys, Maya Gallery have two bosses, lady boss and
man
boss. Man boss
very busy lah. Travel.
Yeah.
So lady boss is here to take care of everything.
Yes,
So
yes.
you need to come here, make an appointment at Maya Gallery, which is located at 57 Genting Lane.
Otherwise, you can go to their website.
Yes.
Where's your website? IG, Facebook.
Yes. Website.
Apa? What's the name?
mayagallery.com.sg.
Very
and
simple.
Instagram and website, Instagram and Facebook is mayagallery.sg.
Okay, later we post a link below. So
Maya is Maya, Gallery Gallery. Alright. Okay.
So what is Maya Gallery? Focus, show.
Yeah. Why did you and Jeffrey decided to come up with Maya Gallery 11 years ago?
What is this about? Yes.
Want the long story or the short story?
I think we got time for a long story lah. Yeah.
Okay, so thank you for having me. Maya Gallery memang ditubuhkan pada tahun 2012. We started di Kampung Glam in a 2-story shop house, and it was officiated by Miss Janice Ko, dulu the NMP for the arts. Yes, so that was how we started. Myself and my husband Jeffrey Wan Lee. So we wanted to showcase seni dari artis Singapura. At that time, 11 years ago, there were already many galleries, tapi mungkin tidak terlalu banyak galleries yang pamerkan seni dari artis Melayu Singapura kita. So that was one of the reasons why, sebab Jeffrey and myself memang kita minat seni dari kecil, dan kalau kita ada free time, we will visit museum and galleries, walau di Singapura atau overseas.
So unlike the typical Singaporean that go shopping, but you all go museum hunting, museum viewing. Interesting,
Yes, I mean Jeffrey would share the story that even on our honeymoon we were gallery and museum hopping. Gitu. And drawing at the temples and at the scene. So memang minat sudah ada dari kecil.
Memang sudah berbakat lah. I think both of them are very talented people. Maybe little bit of background about yourself and Jeffrey. What you all do. I know both of them are very creative people. That's why fate put them together. That's why Maya Gallery happened. So this is their, should I say their 1, 2, 3, 4th child?
You can say that. Yes.
Their 4th baby, which is now 11 years old. Okay.
Yes.
So what's your background yourself?
Myself. Okay. I love drawing since I was young. I think kindergarten dah suka drawing already, and minat memang ada dari kecil. At the same time, of course, we were born in a generation where our parents, wants to us to focus on our studies and education. So our parents sort of encourage kita lah untuk belajar as high as you can. Especially my dad, he would encourage us to do that. I'm being the youngest in the family, so you know, I remembered bila tahun mungkin bila kindergarten atau primary school, like I heard my neighbor playing piano. Like sedap you know, best and then I asked my dad, but Mas boleh belajar piano tak? Then he look at me, tak. So that's it. You don't ask your parents why.
At that time parents gitu
Doesn't bring in the money.
Yeah,
maybe.
Well, of course at that time like, why, you know? So we never had that privilege to sort of learn art or learn music when we were young. At the same time, you know, the thing was that education is important and focus on your studies. You know, you can love art, but your
Study is
don't
number one.
Yeah, memang dulu it's like you want to study or you want to do art. But of course today is different thing. It's like you can have both. Because that's what's available in education hari ni lah. So memang that was my I mean, I love art kat sekolah, you know, even I mean, I must say that, you know, some of my classmates like, Mas, how you learn to draw like that? Like, I don't know, I just hobi aku ni draw je lah. Sebab
That's
tak
called
diberi
natural
kelas
talent.
arts atau last time mana ada phone kan. So kalau tak drawing, you baca buku lah.
Betul.
That is the
So
thing.
drawing or baca buku. So this one drawing, this one baca buku.
So that is our generation, right? Drawing or baca buku atau main kat luar. So,
Sekejap je.
Main bola sepak. Ni confirm. Drawing baca buku, main bola
panjat
sepak.
pokok ke, you know, itu memang hobi dulu lah. Sekarang budak-budak, you know, is phone and things like that. So that was my upbringing. So dari kecil sampai I mean sekarang, bila I was doing like econs at the U, so I remember I was still drawing and all that, but and I wanted to like leave NUS at that time, like I cannot take it, you know, this econs ni macam dry gitu kan. So like again, but can I just leave and go to art school? I wanted to do that, you know. Then my dad said no. So,
Okay, Ma. So after NUS, after you have graduated, what did you do?
I actually joined the public service. I was with Singapore Trade Development Board, which eventually, you know, became International Enterprise Singapore, IE Singapore. So my role was actually as a librarian. So basically, I was working with the design library. I think not many people know that there was a design library at that time at Stamford Road at the design center. So that was my first job, which is librarian. And when the design collection, like they merged with the business collection, then I started doing market research, industry research lah. So memang that was my job in the public service.
Specifically, do you need to
Yes,
draw?
I need to. No, it's research and writing. Because probably of my background in econs,
economics,
and I had to do the research, and these reports would be sold to the library members, the business library members. So that was the first part of my career in the public service lah. Tapi along the way, I was actually sent to Japan for a 1-month exchange program. I think it was open for civil servants and public servants. So in Japan, sort of, it triggered my interest in the art and design pula. You know, so when I came back,
What do you see?
that triggered? You know, for the whole month, I think the idea was for Singaporeans to see what's happening in Japan. So we went through a few cities. Alhamdulillah, that was a good opportunity. At the same time, we met with companies, other meetings and all that. But along the way, you know, we visited museums as well. And bila you tengok depan mata, you know, diorang punya heritage, diorang punya design, diorang punya arts, it sort of triggered something in me. And we also had to do like presentations to to our Japanese counterparts, and that was where I had to put into use my creative skills. And my group was, hey Mas, how did you do that, you know? So it triggered something, and when I came back to Singapore, immediately I signed up with LaSalle to do a not fine art but design. So I could only find a part-time course at LaSalle, and that was what I did. Bila balik Singapore, I continued my work in the public service, but I go to school at night lah. Got 2-3 classes every week.
Kena hustle sikit lah
Yeah, so I mean I still kept my job because who's gonna pay for my fees?
Yeah.
Right. But
your
it's
own.
like it triggered in me that, but instead of doing fine arts, I did design because I thought that that having design skills would get me more projects, you know. So that was the beginning of my design career. That was a 4-year part-time thing. At the same time, because of my design course, I managed to ask for a transfer to the design department.
Okay.
So the first part of my career was, in the business library. The second part was I was with the design team. So that was the beginning of my design career until today lah. So it's about more than 20 years, I would say. So in design, I was doing a bit of branding, corporate identity, not just publications, but you look at logos and applications. So that became but I mean through design also, you're not just designing, you kena buat proposal, you kena buat presentation kan. So
that kind of design kan.
So you put into use whatever skill that you have, and it was my interest. So that was sort of my early career journey. That I decided to do lah.
So when this Maya Gallery came into the picture?
No, before that, you jump too fast. You must one step first before that.
Step back.
Step back. When did you meet Jeffrey?
that one very important,
Yes.
No Jeffrey,
without Mas, Maya.
there's no Maya Gallery.
You're right. Yeah.
It's okay. When and where?
Yeah.
I know where. But I just cannot remember when.
Okay. A short one. Because kita nak
It
go.
was during my design course that I was introduced into the Minangkabau Society.
Okay, at least the
Dengar.
SMA do have something good.
Memang they needed someone to work on designing a logo for their project.
Okay.
So somehow I was roped in, and then that's how I met up with my husband Jeffrey and the exco.
And the rest was history lah.
We worked on the logo project, and then
So that logo project, that Minang SMA logo project is
not SM. I think it's a holding Sumbar holding.
Okay,
So I
Sumbar
worked on that,
Holding.
and then while doing my school and while working, so I had a very good working relationship with
FYI, logo Minangkabau tu.
It's designed by
but it's
Jeffrey
the Sumbar, not the main SMA logo.
Okay.
I think the main SMA logo probably Jeffrey had a hand in it.
Jeffrey is the one who designed the
Okay.
Singapore Minangkabau Association's logo. This is another.
So that is the Minangkabau aspect. So of this journey.
So that's where the cinta berputik.
Guys, for your info,
Suka ya Maya.
start from there. For your info, Mas, Jeffrey and myself, kita adalah sikit darah Minang.
Yes,
So that's how we are very close.
Yeah, and Zarina knows him longer than me.
Okay. Ya, orang Minang.
Itu cerita lama. Okay, kita balik cerita pada hari
Bukan
ini.
cerita lama, cerita tak ada kena-mengena dalam cerita ni.
Korang asap. Okay, so
It's the fact, betul. Okay guys, apa ini kenalkan sikit.
2023. Okay. So when you and Jeff become husband and wife, how long does it take for both of you to form Maya Gallery?
Give birth to this.
Yeah, I think it wasn't a planned thing. Sebab memang when I met him, when we got married, and then I was still working, and then I decided to macam go independent lah. So I became a freelance designer, and so that I could work around the children. So I spent that part of the first 10 years of their lives raising the kids while working also at the same time. So memang while he held his job. So I mean, if you want to know the the real sort of reason is that after a while I needed a space untuk buat design work lah. So bila I had our own home office, and then when the kids start growing up, and then they needed more space. Toys pun berselera, mana-mana. So I actually I need a space outside so I can focus. So that was where I was working on the second floor of 666 North Beach Road.
Okay.
So I had my design office, so that's where I did my design work, my cards and all that. So memang that was how it started. But how the gallery started is it's at the same time. I think my husband was laid off after he finished a huge project. So I think applying for jobs was hard. Sebab they will tell him you're too overqualified lah, we don't need someone too experienced lah. So you go through that, and I think not that he gave up, but I need to feed my kids, I need to take care of my family. So if people are not giving me jobs, I need to do something. So at the same time also, our friend who sort of rented that 666 North Beach Road is actually a good friend of ours, and he told us that, why don't you all take over this space, because I want to move to consolidate his business. So we were like, what, take over the whole space? And we never done that before. So because if you guys don't take over, then someone else will come in and kick you all out, because my office was on the second floor. So we were thinking, can we do it? And then he said, let's start a gallery. So I'm like, a gallery, what? So if you ask me, is it possible? Not possible, but we had, not say no choice, but should we start a business then? Because we need to pay this, pay that. Maybe from the business, it will help to sort of with the family finances and all that. So that was how it started. It's not a glamorous kind of start, but it was a start. It was only probably when we run the gallery and some years later, and the economy was better, so he managed to get back into the corporate world, and which is he joined a company, and that's where he's working right now. So that is basically the long story, but in a summarized version.
Good.
So but because of the interest that I have, that we have in trying to sort of promote artists, and we got to know Pak Idris also from being members of APAT, kan? And we got to know other Malay artists as well. And so our first show at Maya Gallery, we opened. We had Pak Idris, we had Pak Iskandar Jalil, we had a few other Malay artists and one or two non-Malay artists. So that was how we started. 6-7 artists. We opened in Kampung Glam, and
since then it grows and grows.
That's how we had to work hard, because memang kita tak ada mentor in this.
In gallery,
nobody has. There were many galleries, but nobody would sort of, you can do this, you can do that. No, because we had to learn on our own. We sort of, like what I tell people, we sort of jump into it and then swim the ocean. So if you ask us whether we planned it, no, we didn't, but it was something that we thought we could do. So we worked with artists. There were artists who were happy to be given that platform. We did many exhibitions. We worked with organisations. Sometimes we were invited by Mendaki. We were invited by LBKM. We were quite a number of organisations to help them with fundraising through art. So and then we had workshops, art workshops for students. Pak Idris did workshops, live portraits. So sort of that was how we first started. And I think that place, that shop house, and being in Kampung Glam was such perfect, an amazing, right? an amazing and perfect start. Alhamdulillah to it. unfortunately we couldn't stay long because
How long were you there?
rents were up. I think 2-3 years. Rents went up, so we moved to industrial. We moved to Ubi. We were there for 6 years, and then we came here in this MacPherson area, and until today.
Okay, here is where? Can you
This
tell us?
is 57 Genting Lane. We are, I think we are in MacPherson, Potong Pasir area.
In between,
In between.
Yeah.
So it's also near where we live, so that
Quite
it's easy for me to sort
and
of
fro.
to and fro.
There's a lot of
kids.
pictures here, guys.
Yes.
And you all can come in and see, and of course by appointment. You need to call appointment.
Currently the gallery is open by appointment. Tapi bila our exhibition, which is
when
coming
is
up,
your coming
we're
exhibition?
opening our next exhibition, Homeland, on the 5th of August.
Okay, what is this Homeland about? Where is the
Yeah,
theme?
who are you portraying?
Yeah.
Okay, Homeland basically it was an open call to artists. The main thing is that they have to submit work that say something about their sense of home and belonging. So either through landscape works or either through how they present. We leave it open. So basically for us also to get to know artists when they submit their works, artists that we haven't met or haven't worked with. So it's one of the ways and opportunity untuk berkenalan dengan whether Singapore artists or overseas artists. Yeah.
How you choose your artist? Anybody can come and say, okay, I have this. Then you see, okay, good, join.
Yeah,
or
you will select. I mean,
How do
definitely
you-
there's a criteria.
I mean, from the open call, the criteria is as long as you show us the image of your work and we look at it, and see whether it's suited or I mean, we never really had to turn away, but if we had to turn away is maybe because it did not fit the criteria or what, or the size, not really much of the size, but maybe the topic at hand. So certain themes, you don't want anyone to submit something that is out of the
topic,
out of the people.
theme,
So this is for the open call exhibition. So basically, if you're an artist, you can always come and approach us.
Okay,
Yeah.
guys out there.
So artists out there, if you do listen to this podcast interview, so the coming team on the 5th of August by
5th of
Maya
August,
Gallery,
yeah.
welcoming all artists, whether it's local or overseas. The team is Homeland.
Homeland.
Okay, Homeland bukan homestay
Homestay, yeah. And guys, those bukan artists can come and see and buy.
Yes, and appreciate
Support local artists.
Support our artists, support importantly support Maya Gallery.
So you guys, when they submit their work, so you guys will say, okay, this costs 1,000, this costs 200. Is
For
it
the pricing?
Yeah.
How do you?
For the
how do
open
you
calls,
appraise
they
it?
would have to give us their pricing, and then if they need our advice, then we would have, we would let them know whether, because in the end is the artists have to learn about pricing as well. We can give advice, but in the end it's up to them how they will want to do it.
Oh, tak ada macam I'm new, so I give you my lah. This one $50 can. Macam gitu ke atau?
Yeah, maybe they let you decide. How about? I mean, are there some
I
artists?
rather they propose us the price, and then we'll see. I think it's okay for this certain size, and usually when we would want to get to know them, so they will have to submit dorang punya artist bio, dorang punya artist CV, or sometimes the CV can be their background as well.
Yeah,
So
or their
many
works,
of these artists memang dorang came from other backgrounds as well.
Yeah.
Some of them were doing like marketing or banking or finance, because it's why they went into art. It's another thing as well, or
Correct.
why they're doing art together
Yes.
with your profession.
Correct.
It's interesting to know that.
Yeah.
So memang my role is
To give them a
to
platform,
get to know the artists, give them a platform, and for me it's like I have to talk about the work, I have to talk about the artist as well. So it's good to share that with people. Like, who is this artist? I'm like, this one she started painting seriously, when, so my role is to know who I'm promoting. So there's a lot of reading and
And learning and investigation. Investigate. Is this your work or not? Huh?
Yeah, so like I would also go into their Instagram profile, their Facebook profile, their website. You know, I will ask them for all the handles and I will check them out as well.
Yes.
Okay.
But most of it, alhamdulillah, I mean they are
genuine lah,
they're genuine and they are.
So you guys kat luar sana, if you're local, you need a platform.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah.
Maya Gallery, we are here in Singapore. It's here. So take this opportunity, to showcase your talent, your artwork.
Yeah.
Why not? You never know, kalau your rezeki, alhamdulillah, dapat juga hasil.
Yeah, and also is for you to network with other artists.
Yeah. Guys, this is designed by Pak Iskandar.
Iskandar Jalil.
Pak Iskandar Jalil. Yeah, he's well known for
Pottery, ceramics. He's a master
ceramic.
potter, and this is some of the works that we have at the gallery.
Yeah.
And the pictures behind us.
Yeah, the paintings are batik
painting,
works
yes.
by arwah Pak Sakarsi, and watercolor works by Pak Idris. Yes.
And it's very rare Pak Idris to do this abstract painting, kan?
Yeah, it's very rare, and it's about
Yes.
ayam sabung,
Ya, ayam sabung.
Ayam sabung.
Yeah.
Itu memang zaman 80-an, zaman kampung lah, ayam sabung ni sekarang kita tak nampak lagi ayam sabung.
Illegal now.
Yalah. Tapi zaman dulu boleh
Unless
lah.
you're in
Itu memang
Indonesia.
permainan orang kampung apa.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
how they pass their time.
Betul.
So guys, whatever you see at Gaya pula. Whatever you see at Maya Gallery, okay, whatever you see here are for sale, okay, except for the moving items, right? Whatever not moving, whatever on the walls, whatever on the shelf are for sale, but not Mas, okay, because she's a moving person, so she's not for sale.
Okay, fine. Sebelum orang tanya, kita bagi tahu dulu lah.
Yeah, everything's for sale. Seriously, apa yang nampak kat sini semua for sale. Yes, whatever on the walls, on the shelf. So you datang, you suka, you can buy.
Tapi buat appointment dulu Okay, now what is Maya Gallery goals? What you do and what are your goals for coming?
Okay, untuk Maya Gallery, maybe all this time, we have been promoting artists, especially Singapore artists, and also the Malay artists as well. And
Khususnya especially for Malay artists.
It's not especially for Malay artists, because we want to show a multiracial community, but of course it includes the Malay artists.
Local lah, basically the local artists.
Yeah, but at the same time we also show works by artists overseas. You know, we do collaboration dengan gallery kat luar negeri. We have done collaborations with Malaysian gallery. We have done with Japanese gallery. So it's like we do have that, so that we can bring in international artists as well. Because I think seni ni, we have to have that exchange.
Yeah.
You know, if we don't look at what's happening outside, what kind of art is available outside, you know, you will not be able to have much a conversation. So the more you see, you know, you will get to know how people create their art and all that. So I mean, we feel that having this gallery space pun untuk to encourage this interaction and conversation, you know, not just pasal the work, but you know, about pasal the issue or something that the artist is bringing up. You know, it sort of allows that interaction. I think the gallery, since we started, has been a space whereby people start making friends. You know, it's a place that you can, for networking, for making friends, and you never know, for future collaborations or what it is. It's a place for opportunity, but of course we have to, you know, it's all not without any cost to it lah. So we have to learn how to maintain it, to sustain it, the business, and see what we can do for moving forward. After 11 years, we would like to publish more, because I think buku and dokumentasi is very penting in today. If we don't document things, or we don't publish it, people will not know.
You are lost with
people
time.
will not know, because there's a lot of research that's going into it. And like when I was doing my masters in Asian art histories, my thesis was on research into the pioneer Malay artists from the 1940s to the 1970s, because memang ada dokumentasi, but I think it wasn't enough. So, and I found out that in the past the Malay artists were so active. They came together to do shows together. They teach one another. It was a very dynamic kind of space, and I think not many people know that unless they they read up on it. So at that time, memang the Malay artists were very active already, and that was my interest. Sebab when you talk about Singapore art history, it's quite wide. It's not just macam Nanyang artists, or it's not just but actually a lot of things were happening. So I went back to the old newspapers, the archives, the catalogs, the writings, and that's where I learned. And I think this is the kind of thing that is a gap, and I feel that my research has macam brought forward that memang orang Melayu very creative, seni, but and it needs to be told. The stories need to be told.
Correct.
That's
Yeah.
why Maya Gallery come in, the platform.
I would say that is a responsibility. I mean, inshallah we'll get it done, but it's a long journey, because
it is.
research is an
Research,
ongoing thing. Dokumentasi, you need funds for it. You need to publish it and all that. So bit by bit, I guess. So maybe that next step is to also be a publishing center for books on Malay artists or things like that.
How about these 3 books that is on this table? I mean, is it part of that also?
This books here, so macam this mango
mango
tree
tree,
was illustrated by Pak Idris, and I did the design. So we worked with Helang Books to get it published. And then LBKM book is also designed by me. Hidayah was
When you say design, maybe people out there they don't know. It's like
betul,
because to
yeah.
us, right?
Yeah.
Art to
Design
art
mean
je lah.
draw.
Design mean draw. But you said
means
you
cover to cover, concept, layout. So I'm given the text, I will read, and then I'm given the photos and some
so
illustrations.
It's like macam in filmmaking, storyboard director come up with this thing,
Yeah,
but you
so like
come up with the layout.
like how I do, like what I plan to do, and based on the brief. So design is something that I mean, I'm both a designer and an artist. Tapi designer, you can't just do whatever you want, kan? You have to follow the brief, and at the same time, to also propose something that might help. So this, like the cover, is actually from a painting from our one of our artists, and I thought that it was appropriate for the cover sebab logo BKM is green and yellow, and this piece of painting sort of show that energy that so I proposed it, and it was accepted by BKM because they're talking about their story, their journey, and then how it's laid out, the clean layout and the punya dividers, it's like, and then with the text given and all that. So I mean, that is my expertise to design books. So design is not just cover to cover, but the overall look and feel of it, sebab that is what I've been trained to do. Yeah. And then for the one at the center, Khazanah is one of Pak Idris solo shows that was done by Maya Gallery. So I put together as well my design. So it includes like write up on his works. I work with writers, curators, and then we had essay by various writers. In Malay, English, and then followed by the paintings that were in the exhibition itself. So it's like it's an exhibition catalogue, and because we did an earlier show, I also included the photographs from the earlier solo show, to show that it's an ongoing promotion of an artist, of his stature. So so these are the various things that documentation play a part, because I think these are also in the libraries, and then the mango tree is for sale. So we do.
When you say for sale, it's
yes.
on your website?
It's on my website, and if you look over there, it's our way of supporting local writer juga lah, local writer, local publisher. by also selling the books physically and online
Behind
juga.
us, there's cabinets of books by local.
Yes,
So,
by locals.
Malays or Malays? Or mixed?
No, it's mixed. I
Okay.
also have artists from Indonesia. Also, they want us to help to promote their books as well. So
okay.
it's open to arts, culture, heritage.
If you guys
Yeah.
don't have looking for Malay books for your children, come here, Maya Gallery.
Yeah.
You got a lot of
Yeah.
choices.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I sorry, because I don't have like Malay books. It's all like English.
Okay.
English, but I do have like
No, but you have a bilingual book.
Bilingual?
There are bilingual
Yeah.
books,
Which
but
is-
That's a
also
good start.
yeah, and
correct.
also books on inclusivity. So like Halang Books, which is run by Daya Amin. Also, she has a series on children with diabetes, with cerebral palsy. So
Yeah.
so it's all important. Like the I mean, I'm here to
Educating,
support.
yeah,
I may not
educating
be
the
the
public.
one that design it, but I'm here to support. You want to sell, so I have not many copies, tapi they are available on Maya Gallery.
Yeah, I see. There's
yeah.
one Kasim.
Yeah,
Mr. Bob.
Yes,
The book.
his book is
Yeah.
here as well.
Yeah.
So
Comic book.
Comic
So-called
book,
our
yeah.
Singapore Light.
Correct.
yes.
Kalau
I recently shipped a book to Malaysia also. One
okay.
of the books. Sometimes it goes to Malaysia. Sometimes we had to ship it to London. So it's the web, because when you have an online shop, it helps a lot. So the online shop is where you can buy the books, you can buy paintings, you can buy the things that we have. And all the pricing is there, how to pay for it, and how to get it shipped. Yeah, it's all there.
www.mayagallery.com
.sg.
.sg. Yeah, don't forget the SG. Okay. Soalan panas. You run this gallery.
Yeah.
Not every day you ada event. Not every day everybody buy the books.
Yes.
Don't talk books lah. Books is okay. Not everybody. Painting is a passion.
yeah.
Like only certain group of people will appreciate.
Yes.
Right. Yeah. So
How you sustain for 11 years?
That's a good question. I would say that it's a very challenging business, and I can't deny that. Yes, we have our times when things sell well and times when things don't sell. And of course, with any business, it's down to the statement of accounts.
Yeah.
Right. So that is important. I would say that if not for getting involved with design projects and not for Jeffrey having his corporate job, it would be tough to sustain an art
yes.
business.
In
Like what
Singapore.
Padre say, also like being an artist,
You must have.
if you have already a profession, or if you're doing teaching and all that helps a lot, so that you can sustain your interest, sustain your
Business.
your business. Yeah. So with anything that you do, but I would say that especially for the arts, it's I think there's more that can be done to support our local artists. But as it is, artists are all very resilient people, and they will find their ways and means to, sustain on their own through many different ways. And this is where I also feel that it's where we come in to help to promote their work, and you never know who will buy, whether it's a private collector, or whether it's an institution, or whether somebody who just want to beautify their house, or somebody who wants to support emerging artists. You never know. But I would say alhamdulillah, the people that we got to know along the way, the friendships, the relationships, it has helped us a lot, that kind of support lah. But I would say that we have to work very hard to keep this alive.
Yep.
Yeah.
To semangat lah. I think it's the spirit
is
of
that-
wanting to create or to provide a platform. I think for the artists, I believe that each and every one of us also must do our part to support Maya Gallery back. I mean, in our own
it's
way.
true. I mean, like what my dad say, like, yeah, you want to fulfill your passion, but you have that set of things that you do first, and then but you work hard at it and do your best at it, don't halfway, I mean, things like that how you're raised. Same with Jeff's family also, Jeff's father's advice, if you want to do something, make sure you go all out to be good at it. So it's not an easy path, I would say that. But I guess having had some sort of background in our academic studies, or having a profession helps
to back up
you, because in the end you need to buy your materials, in the end you need to pay the rent, in the end you have to do a lot of things in order for you to create your work. So but then again, art is so important for our society, whether it's lukisan, or whether it's puisi, or whether it's music, whether it's dance, or whether it's theatre. It is something for the soul. And sometimes we also can't explain it, why I love to paint, or why I need to write. It's something in
it's
your
an outlet,
it's
sometimes
an
an
outlet,
outlet
and
to
it's
some of us.
important.
Like us, why we're doing this. Why we need to do this, on top of our work. Because to us also it's an outlet and also a sharing platform.
And sometimes when I get to my canvas, right, after a long day of doing other things, my canvas is where I just meluahkan. And so it is my outlet. I mean, alhamdulillah, I have that. And I encourage that with my kids as well. So like our eldest daughter is into dance, and our son is into film and photography. Our youngest loves art, but at the same time it's like study and have something that is solid, but it's up to you, your decision to, because we know how tough it is. I mean, we can have like a whole session on how tough running an art gallery or running an art business is compared to other industries. I'm not sure. I mean, I'm just saying that, because a lot of times is passion. Tapi passion tak bayar rent lah, kan. So in the end, like what Pak Idris say, that we need to find ways to keep ourselves, because we have family to feed, we have bills to pay, and that's being realistic lah. Yes.
Macam cerita sedih gitu tapi it's the fact, guys. It's not easy to run art, anything to do with arts, because
in Singapore.
In Singapore, correct. Semuanya.
You must have a backup, and not just financial backup, but I think family backup is also very important. And you must have the support of people closest to you first. Then slowly you expand your network, and inshallah, I believe that if our intention is clear, with the intention to, of course, we must help ourselves before we help others. But Allah will show the way. The universe will just come together and show you the path.
Inshallah. I think it's also about like working together harmoniously, as well. I mean, I'm currently the vice president of APAT.
Okay.
And I mean, I know it's on top of my gallery work, on top of my artwork, on top of my design work, where I felt that okay, it's one way I spending my time it's a volunteering thing, how to sort of give back to the community. So I mean, all of us are working, actually all of us have jobs, but finding ways how to help each other kind of thing. It's the dynamics is different, but once like when the exco come together, we will get down to like, okay, what we need to do and what can be done and all that. So being part of the community is also important.
Betul.
Macam yes, we have an art business, but at the same time we are very community driven. I think people also see that you are quite different from other galleries, and I would agree. Sebab memang
I can vouch that.
Memang I think dari dulu also is how
we are very community driven.
But does that pay? I mean, if you want to look at dollars and cents, but it's because it is something that maybe there's a responsibility, and all that. So it's I think there's no one way of it. And
basically, not everything about money lah.
Yes.
Money is important.
Yes, and
Money is important.
but-
We don't deny that money is important. Of course, that's our bread and butter.
What you
but
do here is it come with another way of satisfaction. You get friendship. You get good people around.
Yes.
Collaboration.
Then you get to share everybody good artwork.
Yeah, this will equal to maybe later money.
Yeah.
Probably.
So always that positive.
Yes,
like,
yeah.
I mean, like coming together like this also, it's like, you know, it's something that you can't quantify in dollars and cents.
Yeah.
You know, it's more like you want to share the experience, you want to learn from each other. Yeah, it's difficult to explain sometimes, to family, to friends. You know,
Yeah,
what
you
you
just
actually-
understand. Yeah,
what
what
you
you
actually
actually
do? Are you having
Yeah.
fun? You know, in the gallery, like all you do is just paint, right? You know, or like.
All you do is just online research.
Yeah.
So boring.
So you have
Buat
that.
duit ke?
Yeah, so you have
That's
that.
right. Buat duit ke?
Of course, we go through that. You know, I have a whole list of
Questions.
you know,
Negativity,
all that come to me. Like, you know, even when the first year when we first started, we got like, ala, you know, in 1 year
See
should
how
close
long-
one.
Yes.
Yeah, we
See
had
how
that
long
as well.
they
So,
will-
Same.
But for us, it's like, do we know this person? No, okay.
Yeah.
Let's move on. You know,
End of the
because
day, I don't need you.
yeah,
actually.
because in the end, if you know us, you know we are committed, and if you know us professionally, you know we are committed to our
Yeah.
profession. So, and this is another extension of
Yes.
our passion. You know,
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
it's something that people don't usually talk about. It's like, Allah, I know this one ada duit
Tak
punya,
boleh
you know.
tahan. Ada duit
But
boleh tahan berapa lama
it's
ni?
not really. Yeah.
And
Yes.
as long you don't work, you don't get regular income, people don't think you're working. Some of the
Of
that
course.
happen to me. Bila kau nak kerja? Bila kau nak kerja? I'm working. I'm doing my own thing. I'm working.
Why you
Oh,
worry?
story dia dah keluar.
Sorry, ni bukan interview bersama
Tak ada. This one cakap about
But
this.
it's nice
This
to,
is fact.
yeah, it is a
yeah,
fact,
it's true,
and
it's
it's
true.
good that you know we are able to talk about it, you know, and then how to stop the negatives you can't, how to stop people from saying you can't. So you come to a point whereby
Okay, then you
we
will know
just-
who are your friends, who are not.
Betul.
story dia
Betul.
keluar juga.
As long you
Ini semua pengalaman.
kan betul.
Experiences.
Sampai jatuh kita punya mic.
Yeah. So this is called life experiences.
No, but thanks
Yeah.
for you know allowing me to share, and you know
It's
that's how we learn
We
from
learn
each
from each
other.
other. Yeah.
Betul, yeah. Actually, we're all facing the same thing. Cuma kadang-kadang we
Yeah,
just
that's
appear stronger because we need to look strong. Yeah, we need to look confident. Yeah, bukan fake it lah, but we know. I mean, we have to, right? I mean, we have to. Yeah.
We are role models for our children. We are
Yeah.
role models for people who like, wah, you know, she can do it. You know, I
Yeah, so
also
that
can do.
means
I
it's
mean,
possible.
you never know.
But actually,
You never know
indirectly,
that.
Mas, I mean, you already paved the way, tau. You make macam dulu, let's say it's a jungle, but now it becomes like
Ada jungle tapi ada path lah. Ada.
Okay, the kiri kanan still jungle, left and right are jungle, but there's a pathway. So you know, people can see the end of the tunnel because you already paved the way. You should look at it in that positive way.
Deep sih. Saya nak punya deep. Dia punya deep ni.
Biasalah kan. I pun artis juga. Biasalah. Buat artis jadi artis. Buat dengan
Ikut-ikut,
actor jadi
ah.
actor. Okay.
I mean, inshallah, because that is you want to see something, but at the same time you have to allow that process
It's a
you know
process.
to kick off
kick
as
in,
well.
yeah, correct,
Yeah, so sustainability, yes, is important for any business. Maybe a bit more challenging for the arts, but you know, as long as we have the support network, you know, it can help us. You know, I mean, people also ask, when are you going to write a book?
Exactly.
Oh, the Maya Gallery story. Yeah, cool, but
I've
you know,
been posed that question. When do I write that book? Oh, okay.
Dah lama cerita ni sampai sekarang
no,
belum ada lagi ya.
we fix a timeline, is it?
Yeah.
2 years or 3 years kind of
Okay.
thing. Because
Yeah.
everyone has their own story,
Betul.
have their
yeah,
own
true.
journey.
Behind the scene nobody know. He might be
Nampak
smiling,
Yeah, you
but
nampak
inside
yang
crying or cursing you. We don't know.
Wow. Jadi luahan perasaan pula. Come back. Ni bukan luahan perasaan dah habis.
Tak ada bukan. This is what we feel.
Yeah, because you are in the same boat. Yeah, so we can feel, we understand what
Because
you
the building of this Maya Gallery is not as easy as suddenly wah ni
Yeah.
ada ni betul tak?
It's so
Yeah,
nice.
it's
So
not
many
like that. It may
artists.
seem like that, you know, but it's not.
It's
It's
a lot
the
of
work of
blood.
what you know, 1-2 persons. You know, and sometimes we have a team of people. Sometimes we just back to 1 person or 2 person. You know, so it's like when people say, oh, how big are you?
Oh, yeah.
You know, but I see a
Then,
lot of work behind the scene.
behind the scene,
a lot
yeah.
of
Jatuh, bangun, kena pukul, kena maki semua. Korang tak tahu, korang cuma nampak yang ini je. Cakap
Itulah
on that note kan,
hidup.
on that note kan, what is the worst
Wow.
tomahan ke ataupun
Experience lah.
experience
What
yang
other
you
bad,
ever get from someone. Kita tak payah mention diorang.
Yeah.
Kalau nak mention lah. Aku punya podcast, aku suka mention name pun tak apa. Tapi tak boleh.
What
Tak boleh.
is the worst?
What's the worst
I
that,
mean
that make this thing, hey, I'll prove you wrong.
Yeah.
Ada tak? Ada this incident because
course.
kita on this line kita tahu got one two yang make don't worry, I'll show you, prove you wrong. Apa benda tu?
I would name a number, but should I or not? You know?
Why not? Ni
Dah lah,
podcast
don't-
kita nama tak boleh.
no,
No,
don't
nama
mention
tak boleh.
names lah,
but
Nama tak
yeah,
boleh.
I mean,
Tapi
there
kalau
are
nak
people
boleh, pasal boleh kita punya podcast Zaina. Sabar, nak apa?
Jangan gaduh. Relax. Okay, yes, Mas.
Teruskan.
I mean, like being artists, we are also sensitive.
Of course.
But at the same time, we want to prove like, you know, we got this, and you know, it will happen. You know, we are serious, we are committed. But how do you explain that to a lot of people, right? So in the end, you just do what you can and the best of it. Of course, if you want to talk about certain things that people say, like what I said just now, you're just my manager, you know, or like just close lah, you know. Just not, if it's not
not
really
making money,
happening, close
close
lah.
it lah.
Or like
You're very diplomatic. I want something that what is yang membara kan,
It
yang
would make me cry.
Yeah.
So-
Share with us. We also want to know what.
like what are you doing?
What you
You're
wasting time?
better doing other things, so maybe you should work here, or maybe I mean, it's not that we never try, but it's especially if it comes from family, then there is the most
Yeah.
sakit
Painful.
because you know them. But if it comes from stranger, like
Yeah, you can ignore them.
you do know me, you don't. But if it's like family, then of course you get a bit teguris lah. I mean, not a bit.
Yeah, I understand.
It's a lot lah, but we have gone through this, and we come back to the center of why we do this also, and we have to bring in our parents. You know, like Jeff's father was a composer, you know, musician, and he played a big role in Jeff's life, you know, in terms of like he laid the legacy, you know, of being one of the, you know, Malay composers, and he stuck to his profession as a musician with, you know, amidst all the, and then at the same time, like my late father was in politics and education, and basically he was also promoting the arts at that time, and a few of people who remembered, I remember your dad did this, you know, for us, did this and all that, and this is the thing that probably inspire us to continue their work. So it's beyond us actually. Memang mungkin ada that heritage, that legacy that we need to continue. I mean, people may see it differently, you know, you're wasting time or what, but we felt that the work of our late father sort of play a big part. You know, we want to continue the good work, you know, in whatever way. I mean, inshallah, if we are able to set up like a foundation, you know, to pay forward, you know, but it is still in the making, because it's not easy, you know, to manage it, to handle it, and you know what is it and all that. So I guess it goes back to that, and reminding ourselves that what we're doing is good work.
Yes. Betul.
Yeah, because
you know
it's beyond us. Yeah, it's beyond us. Sebab kita tak fikir pasal sendiri already. It's our family, it's our ancestor, and maybe the gallery is a space to share these stories in whatever way we can. But of course we can't do it without the help of, you know, the community or the society. You know, I mean, we are grateful, you know, the collectors who came forward to buy the paintings, or organizations that come forward who want to work with us or commission us to do things. So we are very grateful for that. If not for all this support, you know, we won't be able to stand till today.
Yes,
It's the, and then reminding ourselves that we go beyond the negatives. We think of the positives, and we may have to like close anytime. You never know what will happen in the future. We may have to like, okay, let's call it a day lah. We can't do it anymore. We have to face that reality. But at the same time, while we still can, we just push and get things
Just
done.
pedal forward.
And I mean, alhamdulillah that
The rezeki still there lah.
rezeki is there for Allah. It's up to Him. As long as we
Doa satu, usaha satu, and fight. Never give up.
Yes.
You know why I ask this question? Because there's so many my friends out there. We into this path, be their own. But the one who bring them down is someone closest to them. It's not someone far. Why do this? Pergi kerja betul-betul. Why do this? Pergi cari kerja.
Kerja betul-betul
kerja betul-betul. What we doing is not betul.
Kita main-main.
Yeah,
main bola.
exactly. So a lot of people like us, some of us only still around because kita tak peduli orang cakap apa. Peduli kau nak cakap apa. Aku tak kisah kau nak cakap apa. But because some feel, because alamak got this, got that. That's why like she say, she at one point she say, let's see, kita nak survive, kita nak buat ni, kita punya suka. Betul kan?
Okay, that's why she's still around, 11 years. So, okay, Mas, maybe on a good note, before we wrap up, off air, just now you shared that somebody has bought a portrait of Madrasah Al-Junaid, right? It's bought by an organisation. So, I believe it's something that you should be proud of. Yeah.
Picture by who? The painting,
and it's painted by our own and only Pak Idris Ali. Wow, I think that is really a double joy.
Kan?
Right? It's painted by our one and only Pak Idris Ali, and it's Madrasah Al-Junaid, guys. It's not Masjid Sultan. Sorry lah, saya tak ada apa-apa dengan Masjid Sultan. But it's Madrasah Al-Junaid. It's like, for your info,
Masjid Sultan pun Pak Idris pun lukis.
Yeah, but for info, I used to study at Madrasah Al-Junaid for my weekend.
Ni nak bagi tu orang kan ni kira.
Of course.
Nak bagi tu orang.
No, I pun ada maknanya I pun ada juga, ada dah sikit-sikit, tapi I was then in the old building lah.
Okay.
The old building, not the
I
new
know
one.
lah because I shoot her also.
You shoot me kat mana?
Dekat kelas tu.
Merepek are you?
Hey.
Bila dia shoot I kat
Later
kelas
I
tu?
tunjuk you
Merepek is you. I was still in school,
Oh, belajar, bukan mengajar. Oh, belajar. Sorry, dia pun mengajar juga.
Kan saya cakap belajar. Kan
Dan
my
mengajar.
weekend class. My weekend class.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Oh yeah, now you talk about that.
You belajar dan mengajar.
Masa sekolah menengah, in my secondary school, So I studied at my weekend class lah.
Okay.
Can you imagine that dulu saya tinggal Ang Mo Kio, every Sunday
Ini cerita
morning.
kisah Azarina.
Every Sunday morning. Tak lah, pasal Madrasah Al-Junaid kan.
Yalah. Teruskan.
So okay, cut short.
Cut
That's
short.
my weekend class. Lepas tu alhamdulillah, when I was doing my financial workshop, I get the opportunity to teach my money management class to a group of Madrasah Junaid students. If some of you who know me, I think most of them graduated. I was there for 6 years teaching their final year students the importance of managing money before they graduate at the new building.
Yang I shoot dia. Okay. Lalu connected Promote ini mah.
Macam mana pun dia nak masuk interframe juga.
Promote diri. Itulah dia. Kita tak tahu malunya orang.
Okay, so come back to Pak Idris punya
jauh sih kita pusing.
Tak jauh. Tetap dalam madrasah. Kita tak jalan jauh. So talking about Pak Idris punya portrait. So alhamdulillah it was recently. When was it Mas? It was bought somewhere this year?
This few days ago.
Wow.
So sometimes you never know who the painting will speak to. Or who will buy. Or sometimes when you paint like siapa nak beli ni but you never know whatever like landmark that he paints or whatever building or it speaks to someone means it speaks to someone or an organisation. So alhamdulillah that that happened lah. I mean that's what art is about. It can be as a gift, It can be because there's a connection with the person that they
The
giving
memory
to.
of that school,
yeah.
or maybe the memory of that pokok because the school, but pokok dia sebelah.
Exactly. And from the art, you can talk about it. You know, you can share your story. So that brings out that all these conversations. Kau tidak terpendam.
Betul. Terpendam. Cakap pasal ni, dia punya harga around
between it's 4 digit.
4 digit.
It's between 1,000 to 1,500.
Lukisan madrasah 4 digit.
For that size.
Besok korang semua jual madrasah ni kan?
Of course, like for the smaller size, well, you see, it's a lesser
price.
So it all depends also on who the artist is
all
that.
Yes.
So I would say that like the pricing you see at Maya Gallery is quite like what Pak Ria said, berpatutan compared to other galleries.
Betul.
You sometimes go to gallery and you see the price which is high, but there's no right or wrong price.
Tapi Mas cakap behind the scene boleh nego. Tapi jangan melipik-melipiknya harga lah kan, agak-agak lah kan.
Kita ada share tak? 20%? Tak payah 2%?
Sikit 2%, 10%, boleh lah
Just
so you bang wrap up.
Okay Mas, any last words or anything you want to share, you know, for people to, maybe there are people out there who are into art but they just don't know where to go.
That's a good question. I mean, there is no right or wrong path. You know, if you have the passion or your parents support it, yes, you know, why not, you know, you go into it. But at the same time, is in the end is what the student wants, you know, like most of the time I think today's parents would be different from last time. They were like, oh, you want to do art? Yeah, okay. You know, you can go SOTA, you can go LaSalle or NAFA. These are the main institutions, you know. But so I think parents today are more supportive. That is good for the kids. So compared to our time, because after you graduate, that's the real world for you. So whether you can continue to make art at the same time. You know, how to sustain yourself. There's always that question. You know, but I think this calls for another conversation. You know, like how to sustain as in visual arts, and I think it's not much talked about. So kita perlu berbual lebih tentang you know how
what she's trying to say, kita nak kena buat episode 2. kan.
Yes, we have to do part 2. Yeah. So
memang guys, kita actually dah banyak kita potong Okay, so any shout out to whoever you want to shout out?
Maybe you want to talk about your coming event. Whether it's the artists
where
or
can they go?
People who want to watch.
We have an upcoming exhibition. It's called Homeland. It opens on the 5th of August, and it ends on 18 August. It's close to National Day. So Homeland talks about it's actually the artist exploring about home, the concept of home, about belonging. So we have artists from Singapore, from Malaysia, from America, and it's quite a wide ranging, different styles as well. Ada abstract, ada landscape, ada mixed media. So it's quite interesting mix of work. So do come from the 5th to 18 August.
That period kena buat appointment tak?
Tak payah. Kalau exhibition time, it's 12 to 6 every day. Close on Monday. And National Day we close.
No, of course.
Close on Monday and National Day.
Kena tengok bunga api.
Yeah.
Tak adalah. Okay. Thank you.
So thank you Mas.
Thank you so
Masturah
much,
Sha'ari,
Zarina
owner
and
of
Shafi.
Maya Gallery, and of course Jeffrey Wanley is also the co-owner. He's not here, but I know he is praying for us. No, he is watching us.
Praying for us?
Sorry, better cut that. Sorry. And of course the co-owner is Jeffrey Wanley, and he is watching us from
wherever you are lah.
Wherever you are, yeah. So thank you Jeff for this opportunity also. Yeah, I wish both of you well.
Thank you.
Maybe 10 years more to go. Hopefully we can interview you again in the next few years.
Sejak lamanya 10 tahun.
Asyik.
Okay.
Selama-lamanya. So we can
okay.
interview again maybe with maybe with other, you never know what's
maybe
coming
that
up.
time kita dah kena pergi that plaza, satu building dia punya.
Yes, yeah.
Hopefully, insyaAllah.
Correct,
Amin.
correct. Yeah. And you never know, one day you punya kerja juga akan dipamerkan di Maya Gallery.
InsyaAllah. Amin.
It's a photography by the way, so why not?
Yeah, why not? Guys out there, photography, you got good works, submit to her. Submit to her.
She come up with another exhibition.
Okay, that one another story, another episode macam dia cakap.
So this is Voiceout Cakapje.
Real people, real stories. Stay safe and be safe. Assalamualaikum.
Cakapje, Voiceout, Cakapje, Voiceout. Cakap je lah.